Do you see the circle there? That is a picture of Aleister Crowley. Ringo Starr said, "We want to put people on the Sgt. Pepper's album that we, quote, like and admire." Hit Parade, October 1976. Paul McCartney said of the far from it, Sgt. Pepper's cover, "We were going to have photos on the wall of all our heroes." One of the Beatles' heroes included Aleister Crowley. Most people, especially in 1967, did not even know who Crowley was, but the Beatles did. Crowley is believed to be Sgt. Pepper himself. Sgt. Pepper taught the band to play. Personal testimony. Before God delivered me, I would go into a altered state of consciousness and listen for hours to Beatles music. And when I would sing, and I don't have a good voice, but when I would sing perfectly as if it was another voice singing every word to every song verbatim. I knew it. And hours would go by. I didn't even realize how many hours had gone by. I was worshiping Satan through their music. They sold their soul for rock and roll. They sold their soul to the devil. Led Zeppelin. Huge influence from Aleister Crowley. Unbeknownst to most of us, much of the hellish music which they idolized was written and sang by devout followers of Crowley and his Satanism. Guitarist Jimmy Page, you have Jimmy Page and Robert Plant, devout followers of Aleister Crowley. Aleister Crowley proclaimed himself as, quote, the Beast, 666. In 1971, guitarist Jimmy Page bought Aleister Crowley's Boleskine house on the shore of the Loch Ness, where Crowley practiced his satanic rituals, which included drinking blood. We just read that in Leviticus 17. Human sacrifices. Guitarist Jimmy Page actually performed Crowley magical rituals during their concerts. Their song, Stairway to Heaven, arguably the most popular song of all time. Very melodic, very hypnotic. You know, I was walking to the office the other day, and I heard this, one of these cars with those stereos that they should have a law against. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that when they pull up next to you, your car vibrates. I thought the first time that happened, I thought I had a flat tire. I thought, whoa, not again. My car is breaking down. It was the car next to me. It was 4 wheels with speakers on it. And they're playing this song that, it's amazing to me because this music still has a powerful effect on me. I found myself as I'm walking back to the office, all of a sudden it was like, whoa, it was like, come here. And he's buying Stairway to Heaven. Wait. Oh, Lord, I'm sorry. How about the Beatles song? This one used to get me all the time. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Everybody now. Hallelujah. Hare Krishna. See, music has a way of disarming you. It can so alter you and change you that you will be susceptible to and open to that which you would never otherwise be open to. Because it's so hypnotic, it is so powerful. And to this day, there are certain chords, they're called forbidden chords. I don't have time to get into that tonight, but that actually, will create the environment in your brain that unlocks the door between the conscious and the subconscious. And you couple that with the beat. Remember American Bandstand? I know I'm really dating myself now. Well, my dad used to watch it. No, I watched it. Dick Clark, that never ages. I don't know what that guy takes, but I'd like to get some of that. They would always interview, whenever they would introduce new music, they would say, what did you like about it? And without exception, they would say the beat. They would never say the words. You see, the beat will so entrance you. Hallelujah. You don't care what words you're singing, because you've already been enveloped by and possessed by the power of that music. Stairway to Heaven. There's a reference to the May Queen. This is the May Queen comes from a poem that was written by Crowley. Jimmy Page had inscribed in the vinyl of their album, for you young people, vinyl is a record that they used to it's like a small CD, only black. Okay, I just want to make sure you understood. So they would inscribe in the vinyl of their album, Led Zeppelin 3, Crowley's famous words, "Do what thou wilt." That is the whole of the law. Page and Robert Plant claim some of Zeppelin's songs came via occultic automatic handwriting, including their song Stairway to Heaven. Rolling Stone magazine quoted Jimmy Page as saying that, "I told Robert to get a pen, and I started reciting the words to a song, and he wrote the words verbatim. We never changed one. We put it to music, and that song became Stairway to Heaven." I'm not going to get into the whole backwards masking thing, but I happen to believe it's true. Because see, in the subconscious, it's that subliminal input. And if you play Stairway to Heaven backwards, it does say, "I'm a little child of Satan. He will give you 666. That's how it sounds backwards. And it's very clear. It's unmistakable. Now, why would you want to do it backwards? Well, Aleister Crowley taught to do everything backwards. Walk backwards. Sing backwards. You know that the Satan worshipers recite certain passages backwards? Now, why back? Live, L-I-V-E, is evil, E-V-I-L, backwards. Now, when you do it subliminally, again, you'll accept something that you would never otherwise accept. If you came up to me and said, "Hey, JD, I'm a little child of Satan. He will give you 666. I mean, listen, even before I'm a believer, I'm thinking, no way. Now, if you give me a good beat and a really melodic and hypnotic song, and start me off singing hallelujah, I'll sing anything you want. Oh, hail Lucifer. See, if it's backwards, then my subconscious hears it, and it doesn't have to go through my conscience, which will reject it. You know, advertisers, and they use subliminal advertising. They've proven that, you know, you go into a movie theater and they'll subliminally, just a flash of a millisecond, your subconscious sees popcorn, you go buy popcorn. They would play in the music you hear in a grocery or a department store. I will not shoplift.